Sarita, and it is Testimony Tuesday. And I am sharing with you how the last 33 months of my life have brought me to this very point right now. So without further ado, let's get to it, y'all. I said a prayer and I said, Heavenly Father, if it's in your will, allow me to move to LA. If it's not in your will, please don't have me to go. And y'all, I cannot make this up. This story went like this. I moved to Los Angeles with no job. I only had a little bit of money in my pocket. I had my angels above, no solid plans, just trusting God. As soon as I touched the ground, it was go time. Within the first week, I was walking on the street and I bumped into DJ Jesse, who is a producer at AfterBuzz TV. I shared with him how I wanted to TV host, and he told me, did you go to school? I said no. Have you hosted before? I said no, but I know I can do it. And I started hosting at AfterBuzz TV. From hosting at AfterBuzz TV, I ended up modeling for KTLA. I started doing red carpets. From doing red carpets, I started doing red carpet corresponding. In between time, I was a hostess at a restaurant, at a salsa club, and then I started serving at a restaurant, and then I started doing paid audience work. And paid audience work is basically when you're on the set of like a game show or a talk show and you're sitting in the audience and you get paid to clap your hands, you get paid to cheer people on, you get paid to boo people, and you basically get paid to be the audio work of what you hearing people saying, yay, woo, what, huh? Like you get paid for your reactions. The only thing is your reactions, really true reactions, it's almost like producer reactions, but you get paid for that. Background acting, and background acting, basically you're doing the background works of TV shows and movies. When I moved to LA, I was focused on TV hosting, and then literally the Most High had opened the doors to so many different avenues of the industry, and he had me to explore each and every aspect of the industry. So I went from working in front of the camera to doing behind the scenes work, from doing production work, PA assisting, talent running, setting up, breakdown, yeah. And he had me to work on projects with some people who you all deem as the GOATs, right? You all say they are the greatest of all times. I'm not going to say any names, but I had the opportunity to work with who you all deem as GOATs. And I think he did this for a very beautiful reason in the end. As the production continued to get greater and greater, the names of who you all deem as greats was getting like bigger and bigger. Money began to come rolling in more and more. Literally, what I moved out there for was taking place at a tremendous level, y'all. And out of nowhere, the Heavenly Father tapped me on my shoulder and woke me up to his truth, y'all. And literally, he took me to a higher dimension. And in this dimension, I was able to see things at a spiritual level. Nothing was physical. Everything was how he wanted me to really see. I started to see how things were being cultivated and operated to keep us from moving as a nation. He showed me the choices of life. He showed me how we can choose to be entertained, how we can choose to be disobedient. He showed me idolizing and idolization at an ultimate level. Here I was all along thinking there was one definition of an idol, and there's so many definitions of idolization. He showed me the importance of rest, because when you're working nonstop, you're moving, and you have no time to sit and be still. The moment that you are still with him, he transforms your mind and he fills you with his peace and his goodness and his truth and his word and his promise. And then that is when you are able to think clearly at a higher level, and you are able to operate at that level. You wake up to all of your senses and you do what he's telling you to do. He showed me how the entertainment industry of this world really was distracting people from his power, because it was diluting the power in our minds, diluting the power in our spirits, so we would not be able to receive him at the ultimate level, right? When he showed me all of this, at first, I still went back to work. going back to work, and I remember one set in particular. I can't say the name of the show, but I'm working on a game show. And I started off being extremely excited to be a part of this all-black cast, this all-black ensemble. He hardened my spirit to the illusion of everything. He was heightening my senses to be like his, so that I can be more alert, so I can be more aware, so I can really receive what was really going on. So at this game show, I seen how they were playing us, and I seen how they were using us against us to dilute us. And I started to see how they were using us against us to dilute us. And without going into too much detail, because I'm going to do a separate video on this, but I wanted to get out. And I was like, I gotta leave. I gotta leave this place, because this is how we are being kept in bondage. I've seen how they can take production, put it on television to us consumers who watch it, and that's doing nothing but depleting the power, right? So I was like, okay, I got to leave. I can't do another show like this. So me being in my flesh, I left that production, went to a different production, and guess what? I kept going back to work. As I kept going back to work, he kept showing me things left and right. After hardening my spirit, he sent me some signs, y'all. One of the signs was the earthquake. So we had 2 back-to-back earthquakes in LA, right? And they were strong earthquakes, y'all. The first earthquake was a 6.4, and then the very next day was a 7.1 earthquake. And I could be wrong about the numbers, but them joints was powerful. Everybody was like, this is LA. Earthquakes happen all the time. Don't worry about it. This is natural. But I was not in the physical realm then. I was in the spiritual realm with the Most High. So he was working on me, and he was showing me, like, Dominique, this is not a physical sign. This is a spiritual sign telling you to get out. I am talking to you. I am talking to my people, but they are not listening to me. And it hit me so hard, because I remember when I was a little girl, my grandmother used to tell me, whenever it was a storm and it was raining, lightning, and thundering, my grandmother would sit us down and she would say, be quiet. The Lord is talking. Be quiet, y'all. Don't y'all move. Be quiet. Y'all need to listen. And as a little girl, you're like, listening? We don't hear nothing but raindrops. What you mean listening? But let me tell you, when I felt that earthquake, it came back to me. Listen, this is a spiritual sign. The Most High, the truest Messiah, Yah is talking to you. Listen. Listen. And I said, okay, you got my attention. What you want to do? He said, get out of Babylon. Okay, I'm getting out of Babylon now. Where am I going when I leave Babylon? He said, get out. You're done. You're done with the industry. You're done with this